Hello everyone. Ever since Dhoni arrived in the Indian cricket, many could sense the young boy had something special on him. It is that specialness in him that sets him apart from the rest and therefore was handed over the responsibility of the Indian cricket team just 3 years after his debut. In this video, we are going to discuss one of the greatest books ever written on MSD, Think and Win Like Dhoni by Sfurti Sahare. Without wasting any more time, let's get started. The first aspect that we are going to discuss is about the right attitude. Now, the one thing that differentiates a leader from a follower is having a right attitude. MS Dhoni as a leader is no exception. While a number of cricket pundits advocated the game is primarily about talent, but Dhoni has proved it time and again, it's actually about attitude. And with the right attitude in place, talent can be acquired. At the beginning of his career, Dhoni received widespread criticism from the critics who asserted that he was not technically sound, but he possessed unflinching confidence on his strengths and almost always managed to emerge as the hero on the field. Keeping things simple and being unceasingly positive are a few other traits he gradually developed. One day, as Dhoni was traveling in his Land Rover from Delhi to Jaipur, suddenly another car appeared before theirs from nowhere. The Land Rover came to a halt and Dhoni's friend anticipated a rebuff. But Dhoni insisted on keeping things simple even there and asked his friend to maintain calm, especially when everything was going good for him. The initial days for any cricketer are very important. It takes a selected few to great heights, or as it mostly happens, pushes a majority to oblivion. During his early days, Dhoni was down with jaundice and his hand too was injured on the field. His coach, Keshav Ranjan Banerjee, perceived Dhoni's career would end before it even blossomed. But Dhoni, in his calm demeanor, asserted that he would get a chance again and asked Mukherjee not to worry. While facing a challenging task or having a difficult time, can't we ask ourselves how would Dhoni react to it? Wouldn't we be able to take better decisions? Hailing from a city like Ranchi and making it big in the international level requires extraordinary work ethic. Dhoni knows how to turn the tide in his favor. When it rained and kept him off cricket, Dhoni would play football, and if somehow it didn't work out, he played tennis. Nothing could deter him from his goal. Making out the best of situations is reflected in his finding out the best from the players in his team. Now, this needs no illustration. The second important aspect that we are going to learn is how to set goals. To achieve anything substantial in life, it has to be clear and have a timeline with it. Dhoni played a variety of games, but once he devoted to cricket, there was no looking back. Dhoni has in mind one goal and one goalpost at a time. The guidelines of Dhoni's goal setting is like this. Firstly, set small goals. Then, simplify your goals. Thirdly, visualization. And lastly, grab and create opportunity. Now, coming to the level of goals, Dhoni says goals should be achievable yet challenging. Too easy goals would make us bored in no time, and too stiff ones scares one off. Therefore, Dhoni never thinks of a grand World Cup the next year when he is playing a test match. He read the plans methodically for the match at hand. After India lost to Australia in 2015 World Cup, when asked by media if he would play in the next World Cup, Dhoni simply laughed and said he was then looking forward to the scheduled IPL that year. Virat Kohli also reveals in an interview that they were not supposed to think about winning or losing at all and were only expected to play in the best of their abilities. Had Dhoni compared himself with the likes of Sachin or Ganguly at the beginning of his career, he could not have built a name of his own and take India to unprecedented zenith. The reason why he focuses on the match at hand is that it has maximum clarity. Clarity here refers to the challenges and resources available to him at the time. Secondly, simplification. Now, what's simplification? Simplification of goals is nothing but an exercise of the mind, according to our captain. This is how he simplifies a chase. For example, his team has to chase 200 runs in a 2020 game from 120 balls. 200 in 20 overs is a big total, isn't it? He assumes on an average his team could score 24s. It means now that they have to score only 120 runs from the 100 balls. Now, this sounds easy and achievable. Visualization. Now, there is a difference between visualizing and thinking about the end result. Visualization is a technique, whereas thinking about the end result, overthinking, and obsession are negative traits. As after winning the 2011 World Cup, Dhoni had said he could clearly visualize himself holding the cup even before the series started. Now, this is how visualization works. You first set a goal, you then fix a goalpost, you visualize yourself getting the desired result to your goalpost, and then you start off on your journey. Lastly, creating opportunities. It would have been a very difficult task for a player from the gullies of Ranchi to make it big if he did not create opportunities for himself. During an inter-school match, Dhoni insisted his coach promote him to number 1 from number 7. His coach Banerjee refused a number of times, but eventually relented. But it came with one condition. The coach challenged Dhoni, saying he would not keep the next batsman padded, as he wanted Dhoni to finish the match. And the result thereafter, Dhoni went on to score 230 runs. Sometimes, Dhoni would wait for hours altogether, only to spend 5 minutes with the ball. Young Dhoni would smile and become very happy. Chancel Bhattacharya, his first formal coach, remarked that he knew if the boy did not have talent, he would soon acquire it, and his passion would drive him to excellence. Bhattacharya had refused to coach Dhoni earlier, as he found nothing extraordinary in the boy. But Dhoni never took it to his heart and kept on persuading the coach till he got what he had wanted. Now, let's come to the third important aspect, which is following the passion. Now, if you have been following cricket for the last few years, you might have come across this phrase, following the process. Now, what is this? Unlike obsession about a win or at any situation, Dhoni believes in giving more than 100% on the field. He is sure of the victory when there is great commitment by the players. Follow the process is his pet phrase. Dhoni explains that fear is a natural attribute of life, but one should not be overwhelmed by it. Therefore, fear or panic is never the part of any process. The part of the process is only preparation, and one needs to focus on it. Before his debut match too, when asked if he had slept properly the previous night, Dhoni smiled and replied that he had a good night's sleep before the big day, as he had to be fresh the next morning. Weeks before the start of 2015 World Cup, when his daughter Ziva was born, he made frequent phone calls, but he didn't consider making a home trip. He just wanted to concentrate on the upcoming series and avoided any distraction. Getting overwhelmed is not a part of the process, especially when one is on national duty. Following the process helps in any walk of life. The template is just like this. Take massive action, grab every opportunity, whether the opportunity is big or small. Believe in yourself and never ever lose hope. Following the process is not a cakewalk, and it includes losing, getting frustrated, falling, losing hope, and sometimes thoughts of quitting. But believing in oneself and working on mental skills help one overcome the feeling. Fear, anger, and frustration. Fear and anger and frustration are natural emotions, and Dhoni says to beat these emotions, we need the habit of distancing ourselves a little from the end result, thus reminding us of Bhagavad Gita's Karm Kar, Phal ki Asha Mat Kar. And this leads us to detachment. Dhoni doesn't jump in joy when a match is won, nor is he heartbroken when his team loses. He understands giving more than 100% was in his hand and is not apologetic after a loss. He is detached himself from his family life when his daughter Ziva was born. Clearly, Dhoni's perspectives have done India tremendous good. Focusing only on one task at a time helps in creating mind space on Dhoni's conscious and subconscious mind, which help in taking better decisions both intelligently as well as intuitively. A player like MS Dhoni comes once in a generation, and we are all forever grateful to him who made us understand life through cricket. Now, did you like the video? If you feel you did, then please like it and do let me know in the comment section about it. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll bring you more such detailed book summaries in the upcoming days. Thank you.